Welcome to our channel. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. Continue to give us your thumbs up and make sure you share our stuffs on this channel. Stay tuned. In the news today, you have no power to order my impeachment. Tinubu to court. The president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is the one in the news today. According to Vanguard News, President Bola Tinubu has urged the Federal High Court in Abuja to dismiss a suit seeking to compel the National Assembly to initiate impeachment proceedings against him over alleged human rights violation. The suit marked FHC/ABJ/CS/1334/2024 was filed by a legal practitioner, Mr. Olukoya Ogungbeje, who claims that the Tinubu administration has engaged in suppression of peaceful protests organized by Nigerian citizens. The plaintiff argues that such actions constitute an impeachable offense under the law. The suit lists the Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, as the second defendant. Ogungbeje is seeking six principal reliefs from the court, including a declaration that the alleged suppression of citizens' rights to protest amounts to a violation of democratic principles. He is also asking the court to compel the National Assembly to begin impeachment proceedings against President Tinubu, arguing that his administration's actions undermine constitutional rights. In response, the defendants, led by a team of lawyers headed by Mr. Sanusi Musa, SAN, have asked the court to dismiss the suit for lacking merit. They contend that the legal action is incompetent and does not disclose any reasonable cause for the court to intervene. Furthermore, they argue that the plaintiff has failed to establish a direct legal grievance that warrants judicial discretion in his favour. According to them, the claims presented do not meet the required threshold for the court to grant the requested reliefs. Beyond questioning the validity of the suit, President Tinubu and the Attorney General have also challenged the court's jurisdictions to hear the matter. They argue that the issues related to impeachment fall within the exclusive purview of the National Assembly, and as such, the judiciary has no authority to interfere. This legal stand aligns with previous court rulings that have upheld the principle of separation of powers between the executive, legislative, and judicial arms of government. The case is expected to generate significant legal and political interest as it touches on fundamental issues of constitutional governance and civil liberties. While the court has yet to set a date for its ruling on the preliminary objections, legal experts say the outcome could have implications for how similar cases are handled in the future. Meanwhile, President Tinubu's administration continues to face criticism from various quarters regarding his handling of protests and civil rights in the country. Aside from praying the court to dismiss the suit for being incompetent, the defendant insisted that the action failed to disclose any reasonable cause of action to warrant an exercise of judicial discretion in his favour. In the process, they filed through a team of lawyers led by Mr. Sanusi Musa SAN, President Tinubu, and AGF further challenged the jurisdiction of the court to hear the matter. Well, democracy in action, and anybody can just go to court and challenge the authority of the president under the law as given protection by the constitution, and that is democracy, and that is a very great gift that we are enjoying in Nigeria today. This kind of scenario just made me to remember the military era, the kind of Abacha regime, the Babangida regime, who dare just approach any court to contend against the ruling junta, the military that is in power? Nobody. Because by that time, Mr. Olukoya will have been in prison now, languishing behind bars. In fact, only God knows whether he will still be alive by now, because they will ask him where he got the audacity to challenge the authority of the ruling council, the Supreme Council, or as the name may be, the generalissimo or whatever field marshal that is in power. But thank God for democracy. This is the beauty of democracy, that anybody can call anybody to question. You can ask question. The populace can ask the leadership question and they are entitled to response. And that is the beauty of democracy, and we are happy that in Nigeria we are already tending towards that. We pray not to remember the days of military anymore. Now, concerning the business of the day, that the current administration is hindering protest, and then as a result of that, this lawyer approached the court to ask the National Assembly to initiate the process of impeachment against the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Well, as the argument has started going back and forth, of course the defendants decided to argue that even the court has no right to attend to the case because of the principle of separation of power, which is given by the constitution, and it is the duty of the judiciary to uphold the law, to make sure that they interpret the law and they uphold it exactly, especially the constitution. If the constitution has decided to separate power and give the necessary power to the National Assembly to initiate impeachment, then I don't think any judicial arm of government will have to command any other arm, as it were this time around the legislative, to begin impeachment. And for them to impeach the president, they will know the offences that he has committed, and then they will start in earnest. But then, be that as it may, there is need for the people in power to also understand the fact that as it is democracy, and then we are being forced not to do some things and to also do some things, they need to allow people full freedom of expression. It should not be an half freedom of expression. You don't need to coerce people. The government should allow anybody who want to protest under the law to do that, not just anyhow protest, not to disrupt the sovereignty of the country or to affect the peace of the country or to do something that will be inimical to the progress and the prosperity and the peace of this nation. No. But then under the rule of law, under their right, they can express their grievances. They can protest to tell the government what exactly they want. But why they do that, like I said, they should do it in a civil manner. They shouldn't use it to disrupt or to thwart or to topple or to derail the peace of the country. And that is where the beauty of democracy is, and what is where we also have the balance of power and every other thing. So Mr. President should listen to what the man is saying and take the necessary steps. Don't forget to like and to share, and to also visit our channel for more updates concerning the case as it unfolds in the court of law. Thank